Yeah. Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel and a brand new video, and it will be my last video of 2021. Everyone say, oh, it's a shame, but hey, it has to be done. It's been a long year for releases, obviously due to the COVID pandemic. I dare say more people have been willing to collect or starting to collect, despite the sad news that we received 2 weeks ago that WWE will stop producing DVDs in North America. We don't know what the future holds for us Europeans, but I hope that Fremantle will be able to work out a deal to continue releasing these sets, and they're so popular in UK and Europe. I don't know why in North America they're not, unfortunately, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, there's so many exclusives that we've had over the last few years, and I could go on forever talking about those exclusives, but North America had a lot of exclusives prior to UK, Europe having a lot of VHS tapes back in the day. Coliseum Video, for example, the initial releases have never been released in Europe, and obviously they're hard to find on VHS, and obviously to find them on DVD has been, for me at least anyway, it was one of my goals, and eventually I did find them all, and as you've seen in my WWE collection video, I do have them all at my disposal. But anyway, that's not the point of the video today. Today we're going to talk about what I've received in the mail this week, and I've received 3 new releases, and I'm very proud to add them to my collection. And I'll just show you guys what it is. I haven't even opened them, despite the fact that they arrived a few days ago rather. Sorry. So there you go. I think I can try and open this. There we go. Let's start with the obvious. First one is Crown Jewel 2021. I must say, for a Saudi show, it was probably one of the best shows of the year. I mean, I really liked the Goldberg Lashley match. I thought that was actually quite decent. I did like Brock versus Roman as well. And of course, the Hell in a Cell match between Edge and Seth was just incredible. That's if there was any doubt how great that match was going to be, especially considering the Hell in a Cell. We had the Queen of the Ring finals and the King of the Ring finals as well. We had Drew McIntyre challenging Big E for the WWE title. So it was actually not a bad show. Very solid show, honestly. Like I said, probably one of the best ones of 2021. But yeah, not bad. No complaints from me. Next up is the Prelude to Attitude, which is the best of 1996. 1996 was a very pivotal year for WWE in every sense of the word. I mean, just once Hogan turned heel and Hulk Hogan turned heel at Bash at the Beach. Obviously, the Monday Night War just started getting more rampant. Some great matches in 96, and some of them included in the set. One of them is one of my all-time favorite matches, at least, is Shawn Michaels versus Diesel in Your House 7, Good Friends, Better Enemies. Not a bad match. That was Kevin Nash's last match in WWE before he returned in 2002. I believe this includes the Stone Cold versus Bret Hart match from Survivor Series 96 as well, which is also one of my all-time favorites. But yeah, considering what they were up to, I mean, this is actually a treasure to have. It actually has Shawn Michaels versus Mankind at Mind Games as well. That was actually a very good match as well. Birth of Austin 316. And Sid versus Shawn Michaels at Survivor Series as well. We all know what happened at that match. Not my favorite Shawn Michaels match, but I understand how pivotal that moment was. And considering that Sid wasn't really full-blown heel yet going into that match, he actually did pull it off. But the fans, if you watch that back, were on his side. I mean, I don't really know why people got tired of Shawn Michaels as champion in 96. I think he did very well. I suppose now that the backstage politics are known and everything else, it makes you believe that maybe Shawn wasn't the right man to lead that AL as a whole. But I think he did quite well. I mean, some still matches with the British Bulldog, and then obviously he had the feud with Vader. The match with Mankind is a testament as to how great of a champion Shawn was in 96, considering that was his first reign. But yeah, not a bad addition to the collection. But we got this one arrived today, and I'm very proud because this one is the last release of the year. I'm trying to open it here. There we go. And next up, you'll probably all know what it is anyway. And it is the Drew Reconcile DVD. Someone was saying they're hoping that it's better than the John Morrison Rockstar DVD. Who's to say? But Drew Reconcile, you can never dispute. I've been a fan of his for many years, even prior to his return to WWE. As Drew Galloway, he did very well on Impacts and everywhere he went. I'm so glad he's a two-time WWE champion now, but he did win the WWE title at last year's WrestleMania. Last year's forgotten WrestleMania, I must say. It's a shame he had to win his first WWE championship without a crowd, obviously the pandemic. But he represents Great Britain, the United Kingdom, very well. And Drew, like I said, big fan, very proud to add this to my collection. Some good matches in here, I must say. Some hidden gems from his first stints and first run in WWE. And some of his NXT stuff as well. Obviously, he did become NXT champion, as you all know. But yeah, good addition for that, considering that is the last release of 2021. So let's sum up 2021. At least for me, anyway, it's been a crazy year as for collecting. Started with TNA Impact Wrestling. It was last year around this time, more or less, where I received a lot of TNA DVDs, and this year we got 204 pay-per-views all the way to 2009, I believe, and then I got another lot with the 2010 to 2014. I initially wasn't going to get the one night only pay-per-views, and then I just thought, I might as well add them to the collection because they are pay-per-views after all. And I've just added more to my Impact collection. Then I've continued with AEW as the months have gone on and the releases have come since then. It's an exciting time if you're, as I say, an AEW fan. I still feel they're going to release compilation sets eventually. They'll probably release more stuff, more like their pay-per-views and stuff. But for WWE, it's a shame. If they continue in Europe, so be it. I'll be happy to continue to add to my collection. But if they don't, the world is pretty much your oyster. You can, to those who are able. I'm not really that savvy when it comes to that sort of thing, but I'm sure those will be able to make custom sets with the stuff that's on the network, and etc. I just feel that the WWE Network philosophy, it's on the WWE Network philosophy, is to blame for the reason that they're not producing any more DVDs in North America. At least I think in Europe, even if you, from what I speak to other UK fans and that are collectors as well, I think even though that we know it's on the network, we still rather have the physical thing. Excuse me. And that's how I feel anyway. I mean, like I mentioned in an earlier video, I remember back in 2014 when the WWE Network launched, I always said that even if stuff that was on the network, that stuff that I had on duty made it to the network, obviously the access factor comes into it as well. I mean, if you have, for example, I want to say No Way Out 2001 on DVD, which it did in the UK as part of the Tag Classic series. But for example, if you had it on DVD and you still want to watch it, if you're lying down in bed or just watching it on the sofa, you don't want to go and use the disc, you just play it from the network. That's okay. But other stuff, for example, like Superstar sets. Excuse me, guys, it's been a long week, I apologize. But yeah, and if those things were on the network, and there's nothing wrong with having stuff that's on the network on DVD. And there's some stuff on the network that's never made it out to DVD. For example, there's so many documentaries on there, especially the Pat Patterson DVD and Pat Patterson documentary that deserves a release of its own. It's so good, and it was well worth watching, and one that I didn't want to see end, I must say. From start to finish, I absolutely loved it. like with many others. I mean, I remember one of the earlier ones with the Usos, 23 Hours to Houston, I believe. That should have made it onto DVD as well. Maybe there's still time to do that with, and I actually had a ton of their matches. I mean, they've had amazing matches and they've had an amazing run since their debut in 2010. But I mean, it's that sort of thing, and it's a shame. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to dive too much into it because I'm saving that. This is a little exclusive for you all. Beat and Bunny and the Turn for Punk and I will probably sit down in the new year to discuss pretty much what the future holds for DVDs. Maybe we'll, between here and then on the new year, we'll have more clarification as to what's going to happen with the releases in Europe. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm happy to keep on adding, and I love having every pay-per-view at my disposal, you know, be it with WrestleManias in your house, Survivor Series, etc. I'm just happy. I just go to my shelf and I admire them every time, you know, because I've got so many rarities, and it's been a collection in progress. It's grown over the years. I've been collecting for 20 years now, which is a long time, and long may it continue. That's the way it is, and I hope it continues to be like that for another 20. I'm hoping anyway. But I mean, I just think the novelty of having everything at your disposal weared off after the WWE Network launched, and the WWE Network is amazing. I absolutely love it, but it is what it is. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. This is, like I said at the beginning of the video, my last video of 2021. I want to thank all of you who subscribed, all of you who have commented, all of you who have liked my videos, and it's been a pleasure. You know, I hope to do more in 2022. Maybe more stuff over them with anything that I receive, like more unboxings and so on. But before I do that and before I sign off, I've got a special guest with me today. My little boy, and I want to say,
I'm 7 years old.
So we want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
But I want to say something.
What do you want to say?
Everyone out there, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell. And comment below what is your favorite video in the comments below. Okay? Bye. Ah!
See you all in 2022, guys.
No,
all the best.
One more word.
What is, man?
Blah.
All the best for 2022, guys. Merry Christmas to you and your families, and I'll see you guys in the new year. Take care and see you soon.